How's it going, everybody? Welcome. My name is Matt Shaffer. I am a relationship empowerment and connection coach for women, and I am here with the lovely Rebecca Boatman. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm just happy to be here, y'all, and I'm a dating coach for women. I really help them attract and meet the man that they really, really want.
She's a rock star, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. Well, we're talking to men on the street, are we not?
We are. We're gonna go get inside the male mind, the male species. Matt hates
It's not a we are not a species. We are not a separate species.
I mean, you are.
We're all the same species.
Yes. And we're gonna ask them questions that ladies just like you wanted us to ask these men.
Yeah, because we both work with women every day, and so many of the questions that I think we get as coaches are all around, you know, what are men thinking? What are men attracted to?
Why are they ghosting?
What are they drawn to, and why do they behave the way that they do?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get you some answers here today. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in a minute. I was like,
Are you filming us? Yeah.
hi. We're gonna find we're gonna find a good man.
We're gonna find a good man for you ladies, okay?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get some good information.
Well, we just talked to a couple of really interesting men, did we not?
Tobias and JT.
Tobias and Jay Tizzle. What was the question, Rebecca?
What makes you decide that you want to pursue a woman? It was Caitlin's question.
That was Caitlin's question.
Yeah.
What makes you decide that you want to pursue a woman, right? And so he's been married for what, 6 years?
Yeah.
6 years. And he said the thing that made him drawn to her and really attracted him to her was the fact that she was courageous, right?
Brave.
She was a brave lady, right? And
Shameless
that she
plug.
and she had the courage to ask him out.
Yeah.
He actually said that, which is so great because I talked to my girls about having the courage to be open to connection and to communicate to men that they are interested. He said that's what really set her apart because he was dating other people, he was out there, he was doing his thing. He asked her what she was doing for Valentine's Day. What did she say?
She said no, but I'm available tomorrow.
I'm not available for Valentine's Day, so she already had a date, right? But she said, I am available tomorrow. So that's the thing. She rejected him for that day, but then immediately set another date with him. And gave him the invitation to move forward, right? Because it's not about forcing things forward with a man.
Yeah, no one likes to be forced. Can I say what I said to you right when we walked away?
Yeah.
Okay. So I told Matt when we were walking away, and I'm like, because he was saying, he's like, she was courageous, she was asking me out, she was doing the pursuing, and I'm like, kind of like going inside, right? Because I know there's all these different approaches. If it was a woman who was predominantly in her masculine, I would never coach her around doing that because that's the behavior we have to unlearn. And then Matt was sharing with men, there's a fear of rejection, there's all these things, and I was like, I absolutely get that. They need to make it easier, and I'm 100% on board with that. Saying, hey, I would love to go out with you. Like, hey, I would love to spend time with you. Like, oh my gosh, that date was awesome. I'd love to see you again. You're really showing that you're available, that you're interested, you're into it. And say you hadn't gone on a date, like you can see a guy, and if you think he's good looking, like look at him 10 million times. Like, don't be afraid to show, hey, I'm like into you, to send the like I'm approachable vibe, because fear of rejection is a real thing.
Approach anxiety, fear of rejection. I mean, these things are such pervasive forces for men.
Ask a question around that,
right?
Yeah.
Like men, literally, men will talk themselves out of asking a woman out 100 different ways, right? And these are women that they like, that they're attracted to. Just because there's so much fear, right? Fear of rejection is one of the biggest things that men are dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
The whole world is, right?
Well, yeah.
You guys don't like me.
Yeah. Everyone loves you, Rebecca. Come on. So it was just a great response, and it really helped land and reinforce for me that men want a partner. We don't want a damsel in distress. We don't want a woman that we have to rescue. We want to be able to be the masculine figure and be the hero. Like, we do want that, and that's polarity. But we do want to have, you know, a partnership.
And I love this because what Matt's sharing from a very grounded, intentional, conscious space. You have to consider there are men out there who, let's say they do want a damsel in distress, however, that relationship, it's gonna lead to a certain life, right? Because there are men out there who are like, I'm the savior, but then ultimately if a woman's looking to a man, if you're looking to a man to save you,
that's gonna be fostering codependency. If you need to be saved and a relationship is you're the salvation for your life, then you're probably not actually ready to be in a meaningful relationship.
You're not ready. That's we do the work, right?
That's why we do the inner work.
We do the work.
Relationship is a mirror for our relationship with ourselves.
Oh, shut up. No, he's right. He's right. He's totally right. Good, so we actually asked another question.
I think we should ask another question.
Okay, let's do it. Hey, hi John, I'm Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Matt.
Matt.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. How long have you been married?
My wife will kill me, I think. 15 years.
Wow. What's the secret?
Oh gosh. Happy wife, happy life.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
Sure. Communication, honesty, trust, you know.
Yeah.
Sounds we're all on the same page.
Wow.
Yeah.
What makes you feel safe with a woman to be to show yourself?
Safe.
Save it allows you to trust like trust her and
Take
put
your
walls
guard.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it about your wife that made you trust her and want to, you know, about her personality?
Openness. Yeah, someone that's easy to talk to. You know, it's not like just so shy and reserved and not.
Yeah.
She was outgoing.
Yeah, kind of open. You know, talkative, so I don't have to try to drag things out of her. You know, questions and you know, just being social, I guess.
I mean, okay.
Well, what keeps the spark? I mean, you've been married now for a while, right?
Yes.
What keeps
He goes
things,
a while, right?
What keeps things
commitment's a point.
spicy and connected and engaged? Like, what's the secret to that?
I say you try to make time for yourself. You know, we kind of make it as let's once a month try to have a good date night where it's just us. Kids enough to be alone by themselves, or even if we want to do a staycation for a day or something like that locally.
Yeah.
So yeah, just try to keep that, you know, that spark, as you would call it.
Setting aside time, right?
Exactly.
Do you bring her flowers still?
Oh gosh.
You're gonna go buy sprouts after this, Johnny boy.
No, not so much flowers, but you know, every once in a while I do that. What's that? Incredible arrangeable stuff.
Oh.
Edible arrangements.
Yeah. Send it to her work. Like done that a few times a year. Just
that's so sweet.
She'll appreciate her and all that. So.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Appreciate it.
All right, nice meeting you guys.
Rebecca, why don't people want to talk to us?
I don't know. They're afraid to be on camera. People are like, hey, we need to be on camera.
Are we just gonna need to interview ourselves?
This guy. Can we ask you a question?
Sure.
Oh.
All right, we got a live one here, ladies and
Are you single
gentlemen.
or married?
I'm single.
Okay. Do you like women?
Yes.
Okay.
That helps. That helps.
They want to know what causes you to want to pursue a woman. So say you go on a date and you getting to know a woman. What causes you to want to court her or want to date her again? What is that for you?
I mean, chemistry is probably the number one.
Yeah.
And then, you know, does she have her life together? And is she attractive? And is she interested? And is she available?
How do you know she's interested? What signs do you look for?
Body language.
Yeah.
And, you know, tone of voice. And they touch you on the wrist, that kind of stuff, subtle stuff.
What creates chemistry for you? What is it about women that where you're like, oh, I feel that, I'm feeling that?
I don't think that's something specific. I think it's just, you know, either you have it with somebody or you don't.
Like a feeling?
Yeah, you know, you have to be in the right mind frame and they have to be in the right place mentally as well.
If you feel chemistry with a woman at first, right, like it's either there or it's not. It doesn't often happen, right, for guys, and this is just my own experience, tell me if I'm wrong or not. It's not like chemistry just magically starts. If it's not there in the beginning, it's hard to build that with a woman like after the fact, right?
I don't know if you can build it. I mean, I've certainly been in experiences where I've had friendships with somebody and then something might change later down the road. But in most situations where you're just engaging in a date or an initial experience where that's what you're both motivated by is to get into a relationship, usually chemistry is either there or it's not.
It's there. It's like, there's a lot of women will do this thing where they like to go on, like, they're like, oh, well, I didn't feel anything for them the first time, so I'm going to keep going out with them.
Right.
And they'll like slowly build it up over time. And I try to explain to them that from the male perspective,
It's different.
Either
They
it's
know right
there-
away.
Yeah, it's either there or it's kind of not there. And so it's not really worth, like, if there's no spark from the male end right off the bat, don't spend a lot of time and energy like trying to get him to like you, because like chances are like that's where he's at. You know, is that pretty?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah, it's usually out of the gate. Go ahead.
You'll know right away. Yeah, they say it takes a woman 14 dates to know, and a man will know on the first date whether how he sees the woman or not, and whether you want to categorize her. But for women, it takes us longer to feel safe to then become aware and know whether that's the way we see the man or not.
14 dates.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Man's
We're just gonna
shutting
film you.
The man's shutting us down.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, my man.
Just policy.
Yeah.
It's not me, it's
We're
supervisors.
gonna run that way. So
Now
don't
we-
follow us.
Now we know the toxic
Just say bye.
masculine. Thank you so much for
Of
your
course,
time.
yeah,
Really
you bet.
appreciate it.
Good luck.
Look for him on YouTube.
All
You'll
right,
find
we'll
his
do.
videos.
Yeah. See ya. Yeah, we're just out here wanting to know what what are you attracted to in a woman? Like what is it about women that makes you like, you know,
Well,
excited,
thing-
makes you want to
thing
get to know them
is,
better?
Don't want to get in trouble with my bosses, so.
Ah, I was
Look
hoping
at
I
this little
could.
man. I want to interview him. Can we interview him?
Sorry.
So what do you like it with it? Okay, we're shutting it down. We're shutting it down. All right, guys. So we're in trouble with the law, Rebecca. We're in trouble with the law. So
We're gonna go.
we're gonna shut it down.
Bye.
We'll see y'all later.
Love you.
Love you. Bye bye.
What a day.
What
Couple of
an
days.
adventure! Couple days of adventures.
I know. So many men, so many insights.
So many men, so little time.
We want you guys to have that problem. That's a good problem to have.
We really, really
Good
do.
men, though.
Yeah.
Quality men.
Quality men. And so what did we realize? What did we discover from talking to these men, Rebecca? What do you think?
So many things. I would say one of the things that really stood out and was a theme is confidence from a woman.
Yeah, a woman who knows who she is and a woman who is really comfortable in owning that, right? And having the confidence to ask for what she wants, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing I would say is the clarity to know what it is that she wants. That was a really big deal for a lot of these men that we talked about. When they would connect with these women were clear.
Yeah.
Men really, as much as I think Cosmo wants you to think that it's all about
Cosmo.
games and manipulations and strategy, men are simple creatures, and I think we really prefer women who are very simple and clear in expressing what it is that they want to men.
Yeah, and I think one thing to touch on, if any of you guys are listening to this and you're like, that sounds easy, but sometimes it's so hard, is when gathering clarity around what it is you do want, know that it's not greedy or selfish to desire a committed, loving, safe partnership. I find that some women will shrink down or think like, I don't want to ask too much, and then they end up settling, and it's just a whole series of problems that never needed to happen, and you don't have to waste all your time over here if you're willing to be unapologetic about what it is that you do want from a loving, powerful space, not from a ultimatum type of space.
Yeah, it's not an ultimatum, right? And what you said there about partnership, right? Be clear about what it is that you want and be willing to ask for a man to be in partnership with you. Be clear, be confident, and just be open with men, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we don't want games, and we're attracted to women who know what they want. And if you use that clarity and you have confidence, you're going to get attraction and commitment, truly, from men. Because that's what partnership is. A man doesn't want a partner who he can't trust.
And I think it's important to know, Matt's, you're speaking from a very empowered masculine space, and there are men out there essentially that do want to play games, right? But is
100%.
that, so know that if that's what you're doing, know that you'll find someone who will entertain that dance with you. However, I know that you're watching this because you want, or that you're, in Matt's world, because you want a committed, happy, loving partnership. So it's going to also take you being willing to not entertain those type of men, which also takes becoming someone different and being someone different. And a part of a huge piece of that is clarity and sharing what it is you do want with the male in front of you.
Absolutely, yeah. If you play games, if you come into a situation or a connection with a man playing games, and he's going to respond with games, right? Where you're going to get out of a relationship and out of a connection with a man what you put into it. And if it's a guy who maybe could go both ways, like he could play games or he could be straight up with you, and you come to him with games, that's the version of him you're going to get.
True. You're gonna be a magnet for it.
You're going to be a magnet for it, exactly.
If you go on a date and the guy's all about games and he's kind of in his ego and he's like, if you're so clear on what it is you do want, you won't even want to entertain that. Like,
it'll be a filter.
It will be like, you're like, I'm not touching you with a 10-foot pole, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
and he'll pick up on it, and he'll divest too. He'll pull out. He'll check out of it. So use your clarity and your confidence as kind of a filter, and it'll really self-exclude all men who don't fit within your frame. You know? I hope that this helped you in your own dating, in your own relationships. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, take a second, hit that little subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the tribe. And click the link in the comments or caption. I've created an awesome training for you. And I'd love for you to connect with Miss Rebecca here. Rebecca, how can they learn more about you, or what do you want to share with my tribe?
Yeah, I would say the best thing and most fun thing is the Facebook group where I have 2,000 women, and it's all women. So we love men, and I would bring Matt in. I would, bring men in and interview them, so we get to hear from the male the male perspective, right? Which is so important. So just search The Brave Ladies on Facebook, and we'll put a link.
We'll
below.
put a link in the comments and for this as well. Absolutely. 'Cause she's got an awesome community. I mean, look at that. You want to be connected to this girl. I mean, come on.
You can ask me any questions, just request to join, and I'll go in there and click accept, and I would love to have you in there.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for playing with me, Rebecca. You made my trip to San Diego it was amazing. So thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome.
Alrighty, love you and love you. And we'll see you next time, all right? Bye-bye.